Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Hello beloveds, and so, we begin. We begin, and we love that moment when we feel Alia recognizing the flow of energy coming into her experience. We love that moment, and we love when she allows it the translation to begin, the energy to be articulated. That's really like a metaphor for this thing we're talking about you allowing the flow of your inner reality into personal action. So today, we want to speak about your capacity to allow something that is really spectacular, and that is to allow greatness. Your greatness. The greatness that is you. We want to talk about you allowing your greatness. What do you feel like about that? How do you feel when we say that? The deepest intention of your embodiment is you being fully you, and you are inherently great. Do you know this? How do you feel about that? How does that sit with you? What's your response to that? From our view, we see that most people are not all that comfortable with their greatness, and in order for you to allow fully who you are to flow freely, you're going to have to look at your relationship to thinking of yourself as really great, so we're going to start today to talk about that. Let's begin by saying you arise from the oneness that is. Out of that limitless, vast, luminous consciousness, energy flows into the specific form and function that is you, that you think of as your soul, your higher self, and the form and function that you are has a particular kind of purpose, and the purpose is the fulfillment of you. You can live your lives in ways that are exceptional and so brilliant, and doing so is just a matter of allowing. You do not need to create your greatness, because it is. Although you will take action to bring about the forms in which your greatness is expressed in this world, that is not the same as creating the value of your being or the greatness itself, it simply is who you already, truly are. For most of you, when you think about the adventures of expressing the greatness that is who you truly are, you think about this kind of thing, and feel like, in order to be great, you first gotta make yourselves better. Most of you don't really think of yourselves as great, already. There's this idea that you might become great, but first you gotta make yourselves better. First, you gotta work on yourself. First, you have to fix yourself or learn more or improve yourself or try harder, all kinds of ideas that, somehow, that who you are right here, right now inherently is lacking, is not enough to be called great, which is not true. So today, we speak to you of your capacity, and we want to point out to you how you can allow your own greatness, the naturalness of your own greatness to flow. All of creation is flowing through you, shaped and informed by the uniqueness of the energy structure that you think of as your soul self. That energy structure that is you, has specific inclinations. What you might think of as functions, and you don't have to figure these out. Many people go through life thinking before they can be all they can be they must determine, figure out their purpose. Most people want to know their purpose. Many people want someone to tell them who they are. We want to invite you to consider you don't have to spell this out. You don't have to determine it before you express it, it's the only way you do express when you are in accord with the fullness of your being. It just happens. You don't have to have some written down definition of your purpose in order for you to express the greatness that is you. It's very simple to express the greatness that is you, and the fun way to do that is to honor your desire. Your desire is creation seeking expression through you. When you allow your desires, you allow the specific functions and possibilities of who you truly are to express. Perhaps the way you could think of contributing in your world and fulfilling your purpose, expressing your greatness, is to flow. You allow it to express and flow into this realm, when you honor your desire. When you embrace what you want and go with it, you allow yourself to be fulfilled, and you allow others in life to be blessed by a fuller knowing of all that is, which happens through the specific fulfillment of you. You are inherently great. Great. Not sort of good, great. You are great, and you are worthy of this greatness, and each and every one of you is really sensational. Exceptional. I can be natural, you can feel easily capable of what you will clearly feel as really great things if you let yourself know yourself this way. In fact, most of you have done many truly great things already, yet most of you spend more time making real the things that diminish you, and looking at what you haven't done rather than focusing on all the generous ways of being you are expressing and sharing. Most humans are focused upon and looking at the gap between where you are and where you want to be, and amplifying all that. Sustaining that. Making those gaps more real than the things that feel good, the things that flow easily and naturally. Today, we're going to invite you to drop that. What if you just stopped doing that? What if you just give up this need to diminish yourself? What if you decide, I'm gonna no longer put myself down. I'm gonna no longer look at myself as less than. What if I were to consider and start to look for evidence that I am enough? We want you to realize, the things that show up in life that you think are the evidence that you're not enough, or not yet worthy, or not yet good enough, they are not the evidence that you're not enough. They are the manifestations of your belief that you're not enough. So if you were to start looking for all the ways that you are really fabulous, the demonstrations or the evidence that you are fabulous will open up and increase, because you make real and important what is real and important in your life by investing your energy in it. If you want to notice more of your own greatness, pay more attention to you and what you are doing well, and you might also consider casting a wide net over what ways you are being, that might be worthy of your attention, appreciation, and celebration. What if, right now, you decide to take us at our word and discover your greatness? Start to look at it. Where am I doing brilliantly? Where am I so natural, so effortless? Where do I feel so easy? When am I following my desire and letting myself flow? That's an even easier way to discover yourself. What if I allow myself to focus on embracing my desires, and know that in fulfilling my desires, I allow my greatness to shine? That's the easiest way to do it. That way, you don't have to think about it or, as you're inclined, overthink it. You don't have to name it. You don't have to have labels. You don't have to write down a mission statement. You can just know, when I am feeling ease, and when I am in the flow, and when I am present and feeling good, I am clearly being who I truly am, and who I truly am is just brilliant, and I can trust in that. What about that? If you embrace what calls to you and let that flow, and let yourself be in a state of expectancy about it, allowing it to come about, enjoying the pleasure that realizing what you want and what you prefer gives to you, when you believe you can have it, you will be great. You will be great. You will be great in ways that only you can be great, and you can make this happen more fully, and be more aware of it, once you refuse to continue investing in limiting thoughts about you. What if you gave up the need to limit or diminish how magnificent you are? What if you gave up the idea that if you're really successful, it somehow makes other people feel less? What if you gave up the idea that you have to earn it? What if you gave up the idea that having what you want requires hard work and suffering? What if you refused to invest your thinking in those kind of thoughts? What if you started thinking, having what I want is easy and natural, and it's when I push too hard and struggle and suffer that I actually make it hard for what I want to come to me? What if you thought that? What if you gave up the idea that anything is too good for you? And we mean, for the you that you naturally, already, intrinsically easily are. What if you started to think, I'm worthy and deserving of everything I desire? What might that feel like if you made that thought solid in your awareness, made that thought feel like fact? Well then, life would shift, and fast. If you were to make real the knowing that you are worthy and deserving of everything you desire. If you made real with your attention the idea that everything you desire is your version of the best life has to offer, and realize, you are constantly getting clear about it, if you allowed yourself to relax into the knowing that, based on me and who I am, what I think the best things life has to offer will show up as my desires. If you were to allow yourself to practice feeling good about those things, and practice feeling good when you think those thoughts, and enjoying the pleasure of what you prefer, and believing that you can have what you prefer, and that you deserve it, and that it's flowing to you because it's a match for you, you would feel your emotions shift. You would feel pleased with you and pleased with life. You would feel a sense of life getting lighter. You would feel uplifted. You would feel elation, and of course, you can know in that feeling that you're reshaping life as you know it. Your feeling are always indicating the degree of alignment you are in with all you've become. Creation is constantly responding to that which you make real by investing your attention in it. What you invest your attention in shows up, no matter what it is. No matter if it's something you like or something you dislike, no matter if it's something that's a distortion or a limited view of who you are, or it's the real clear understanding. Whether you invest your attention in it now or later, whatever you invest your attention in, you're making more of in the world and in your experience of the world, so why not make more of, think more about your intrinsic greatness, and the greatness of others. Why not start to think of everyone as divine and capable of learning how to do this? Why not be a demonstration of this by investing in the thoughts that empower you to flow and shine? What if you allowed yourself to think of your life as something you are facilitating? That you are here as a vehicle for all of creation to express here as you? What if you paid attention and cared so much about how you feel, knowing what your feelings mean, and caring so much about them that you really learned how to let all of creation express clearly through you? Without evaluating it, without thinking, I need to work harder or be better. Just focus on how you feel, know that when you're feeling good, you're allowing it to flow. Don't you see how good this could be, how fulfilling it might become? And trust us when we say how great you really are and how great your experience of being you could be. You could live life in an exquisite state of fulfillment, pleased with you and enjoying all of it and everyone else. In this aligned state you become unconditional. When you focus on your flow and empower it, by letting yourself be who you are, you become unconditionally expansive, expressive, abundant, and free. And you vibe that to everyone you meet. Imagine that. You have the capacity to contribute so much more to this beautiful planet, by being you. Being happy, allowing more, and thinking highly of you is how you let it happen. It's not hard work. It's not trying harder. It's not making yourself better. It's simple empowering your alignment, letting yourself flow. So what if you started right here, right now to honor yourself, knowing that greatness is natural and easy, and that you are entirely deserving of that experience. And furthermore, in that viewpoint, thinking those things, practicing those thoughts until they feel normal and natural and real and easy and fun to you, feeling the deep sense of naturalness in your own greatness, in your own exceptional beauty, in your own uniqueness. When you're in that viewpoint, you are completely in sync with all you've become, and this, beloved ones, is also how we see you. We are complete.